Hello and welcome to the hardy souls who made it here this afternoon. Go back one picture if you would. That just screams future college president, doesn't it? Somewhere in Missouri, there's a retired high school principal by the name of Max Rule, which you've got to admit is the best name ever for a high school principal, who is just in shock right now. But seriously, thank you all for the warm welcome. It is just wonderful to be here with you, and I'm looking forward to working with you for a long, long time. This community and all of you have been so incredibly welcoming. I know there was a lot of work that went into preparation for our arrival, so a shout out to the folks in facilities who did amazing work to get a house ready for us. That was fantastic, and we are loving being there. So thank you all so much for everything you've done to welcome us here to Emporia State. I wanted to share just a tiny bit about me. Most of you know I'm from Neosho, Missouri, so not terribly far away from here. And I know a lot of you probably rely on Clifton StrengthsFinder and Myers-Briggs, so here it goes. This is your one shot at that. These are my Clifton StrengthsFinder's strengths, and my Myers-Briggs type, I've taken it 5 or 6 times, is every time save one, ENTJ. And the other time I was one letter off, and I don't remember what it was, but I've always come out as an ENTJ. So there you go. Only time you're going to see this. But I wanted to share that with you for those of you who like using Clifton StrengthsFinder and Myers-Briggs. Well, let me share just a little bit about what's been going on here at Emporia State. And I will admit that I'm going to cheat and use notes. I've been told I cannot use notes the next time. But this time, because I'm brand new, I'm going to use some notes. Let me just share a little bit about some of the wonderful things that have gone on. Of course, I think it's pretty terrific that you hired a new president last fall. Happy about that. But on the academic side, there have been all kinds of terrific things happening. One of the things that is particularly exciting is that there's a new forensic science program, which hit its enrollment goals ahead of schedule. We'll be doing an open house for that in the spring, and I'm really excited about that program. What a great field of study, and one that will attract additional graduate students here to Emporia State. So really excited about the forensic science program that is new. With respect to the Honors College, you know, last year we were given $1 million by the Kansas legislature, and that has helped us transform a program that was already a great program into an amazing honors college. And Gary Wyatt will correct me if I misspeak, but I believe that with that transformational gift of $1 million, we were able to quadruple our incoming class for this fall. So that is off to a great start. He's nodding yes. So we are really excited about what's happening in the honors program, and the Honors College is just terrific under Gary's leadership. We have 7 faculty members who are participating with the Kansas Leadership Center as faculty in residence. And I have yet to visit the Kansas Leadership Center or to meet the people affiliated with it, but I am really excited about continuing and even deepening that relationship in the future. So great things happening there as well. We improved our student early alert system. And as all of you know, it is so important not only to bring students here to campus, but to retain those students. So for this past year, the number of students who were submitted tripled. And that just indicates how much all of you care about the students who are here at Emporia State, how invested you are with those students, and that helps us retain more of those students so that they can achieve their long-term dreams. So thank you to all of you who are submitting students through the early alert system. That is just marvelous. And then, of course, toward the end of the semester last semester, faculty and staff received raises. So I'm pleased about that. I recognize there's more work to be done, but very happy that that occurred. With respect to athletics, let me just say, as someone who is following the Hornets for the first time, go Hornets, I was thrilled to watch the performance of the football team. And who whooped? That was great. That was so exciting. And of course, they made it to the quarterfinals nationally, and there is absolutely no shame in losing out to the team that eventually won the national championship. That was absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to our coaching staff, to the folks in athletics, to the football players themselves. That was an amazing performance. Let's do it again next year and just go all the way. Women's basketball is off to a great start. You probably recognized that we were ranked #1 in the nation in D2 going into the fall season. We're still in the top 10. We have a great team. It is a lot of fun to watch the women's basketball team play. I'm enjoying watching the men's team play. I am a big basketball fan, and we have some great athletes and some great coaches, so that has been absolutely wonderful. Last week, I had the chance to travel with Kent Weiser and Carmen Leeds down to the NCAA conference in San Antonio, and I'm learning a lot about NCAA sports, and that has been a terrific opportunity for me, and I'm looking forward to continuing to learn about Division II sports. I've got just a few other things I wanted to share. We added a scoreboard in the football field, the Dennis Sjogren scoreboard, which is electronic. It allows us to do video and all kinds of cool things. I've only been here for one home football game at this point. I don't know, did we do a kiss cam for the football game? Maybe that's coming. And I think that the students will start to do posters and all kinds of cool things. It also gives us another avenue to tell the great story about things that are happening here at Emporia State. So that was a wonderful addition to the football stadium. On the advancement side, we have the Now and Forever campaign going on. It started in 2013. It's projected to be a 5 to 7 year campaign. Things are going incredibly well. We've got some great momentum, wonderful staff members in the foundation, and I'm just delighted that we're able to do such great things and raise money because of the way that people love Emporia State. So thanks to all of you as well for the connections that you help Emporia State maintain with all of those alums and potential donors, because that means a lot. And it's because of you that people here love this school so much. So thank you. I've got a few more things to share about great things that are happening here at Emporia State. We had the first ever black and gold event at homecoming. And I didn't realize at the time that I was at the inaugural black and gold event. Tyler did a fantastic job hosting that, and we were able to honor a lot of different alums and friends of Emporia State. And it really was a special time, and something that I hope we'll be able to do every year because it just was so meaningful. It was a great way for me coming in from the outside to meet a lot of people who really care about this place. We've got several great things that are happening campus-wide that I wanted to mention. This is a campus that really loves veterans. We now have a lounge for veterans. We've started to do special events for veterans to recognize them, whether they're alums or current students. And that's just a terrific way that we are reaching out to that community. So thank you for those who've been involved in what we're doing to honor our veterans. In student life, there's now a wellness campaign, and I'm going to cheat and look at my notes here because there are actually 7 aspects to wellness, and I only have 5 fingers. So here they are: emotional, social, occupational, intellectual, financial, physical, and spiritual. And the wellness campaign is focusing on all of those things. Wonderful thing for faculty, for staff, for students here at ESU to be a part of. So thank you to those of you who are in student life and who are involved in that, because that's just marvelous. We now have more emergency phones on campus, which is also good news. Although this is a great place to be, we want to be prepared and keep our students and those who are on campus visiting us safe. So I'm glad that we have those additional emergency phone stations as well. And a bike repair station. So maybe I'll have to buy a bike and start biking to campus But that's something that for all of the bikers around here will be great. And I know our students will love that as well. Let me mention a couple of things about equity and inclusion. And of course, some of this I'm hearing as someone brand new coming in. But I'm told that there were some wonderful sessions during the fall with faculty, with staff, and with students that everyone really opened up and shared, and work is underway to develop a strong equity plan, a strong diversity and inclusion plan. Just last week, I met with the steering committee of the Diversity and Inclusion Alliance, and I just spent time listening to them about what's gone on, but we also worked on creating a roadmap for where we want to go over this next semester. And we're not just focused on getting to the point where we have a plan, although that is incredibly important. But one of the things we want to make sure that we do is focus on doing things right now that we know we need to be doing. We don't want to wait for the plan. We want to continue to do things that need to be happening all along as we work toward completion of that plan. I'm excited about working with the steering committee and with the members of the Diversity and Inclusion Alliance, because I think great things can happen here at Emporia State. Just a couple of other things. As a university within the community, we are very, very grateful that we have been given some money by both the county and the city. The county gave us $250,000, and the city gave us $125,000. That money will be used to help us recruit and then retain students here at ESU, and we are so grateful that the city and the county have invested in our students and ESU. We know that they love this place as well, and we're grateful for the great partnership that we have with the city and the county. Just a couple of other things to cover. Let's see, where are we now? I know we've got 2 or 3 other slides, so if you'll go on to the next, there we move on one more slide. Reaccreditation. Will all of you who are with SLIM please stand up for just a moment? It is just fantastic news that they have been reaccredited for the full, is it a 7-year period? That is great news. They do wonderful work, not only here in Emporia, but also with students who are all over the country. And they really leverage those who are here in Emporia. They're traveling all the time to teach the students all over the country. And we are so grateful that they are spreading the good news about Emporia State in different places. Next slide, please. I had the chance last week to go to Topeka for a day, and I had a wonderful time. Brian Denton showed me all over the place in Topeka, and he is so connected, does a great job, and really has invested the last several years in forming great relationships with folks in state government, with the state legislators. I'm really excited to announce that he's going to be transitioning over the next several weeks into doing that on a full-time basis. Now, right now, he's also doing the internal audit work, and so we'll be looking for someone to do the internal audit work as well, and we'll be working on posting details about that in the next several days. But Brian is just a treasure, and we are so fortunate to have someone with his skills who is so connected in Topeka. I got to meet with the governor and share a little bit about Emporia State's great story with him, and I met a number of legislators while I was there. And I'm really looking forward to that being a part of my job over the next several years. So excited to share that news about Brian's transition. We have only one ask that we've made, and we'll see how it goes. Higher education has been fortunate with respect to the state budget in that we were not really cut in this latest budget that came out. We do know that we need some additional funding for the School of Nursing, and we have an amazing nursing program, so we're very hopeful that that will come through. Next slide, please. I'm excited to share this with you. I get really excited about new technology. we're going to be talking about the light board that people here at Emporia State actually built. And you'll see a lot of media about that coming from ESU over the next several weeks. I'm going to get out of the way so that you all can see this great video.
Hi, I'm Anna with Learning Technologies at Emporia State University, and this is our new light board. Learning Technologies has constructed the light board out of aluminum steel and a piece of Starfire glass. We've also used our 3D printer to print all the pieces that houses the LED lights, as well as the dimmer switch and all the electrical components as well. Let me introduce you to Dr. Clinton Stevens, faculty member here at Emporia State University, who's using it for his class.
This window is made up of 4 quadrants. These 4 quadrants are put together off of what we know about ourselves and what others know about us. Both what we know and what is unknown to ourselves.
Emporia State is very excited about this emerging technology. If you have further questions or would like to get a demo, please email acatters@emporia.edu. Or, if you want, feel free to tweet us at #ESULightItUp with your own recorded videos.
Isn't that exciting? Let's give a round of applause to those who did that. I will admit he piqued my interest, so I'm going to have to look up the video to see what the other parts of the quadrants are in the future. A couple of other things that are going on. We have a number of high-profile searches that are happening, and let me just pause for a second and say that for those searches that are already well underway, the caliber of candidates has been amazing. And that just speaks to the caliber of place that Emporia State is. The fact that people from all over the country have an interest in coming here to Emporia State says a lot about the kind of reputation that this university has built over the last several years. Let me go through those searches very quickly and just share a little bit about those with you. We're searching for president of the foundation and are at the stage now where a number of finalists have been identified. My understanding is that we had some great candidates who applied for that position. I believe we've also, I'm looking back, I think I saw Ken back there, we've identified finalists for the business dean position, 4 finalists for that as well. Again, great candidates. We're looking for a dean for the School of Library and Information Management, for graduate and distance education, and I understand that just earlier today, John Sheridan announced his retirement coming this summer. John, where are you? Are you here? Congratulations, John. Well deserved. So we'll be starting that search soon as well. And again, it's because Emporia State has such a great reputation that we've been getting such strong candidates for these positions. As always, if you know of individuals who would be great candidates, let them know about these openings. Let me see if we've got anything else. We have another slide? A few other special events that are coming up that I'm excited about. I've never been to a Founders Day celebration, so I'm kind of excited about being at a Founders Day celebration coming up next month. We have the Bonner and Bonner Diversity Lecture coming up, and a terrific speaker whose emphasis is on disadvantaged populations and developing their interest in the STEM fields. And I think that will be a wonderful opportunity for all of us to hear how we can participate in that. And then the forensic science ribbon cutting also coming up in the near future. All great events. I'm sure there's a lot more that will be happening during the spring semester as well. If you have events in your areas that you'd like me to attend, please send Sarah a note because she is the queen of the calendar, and let her know. But I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you, to coming to your events, to hosting events at our home in the near future. And thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you. Do we have any other slides? We have hot cocoa, perfect for today, and coffee outside, along with, I think, some cookies and other snacks. So please enjoy yourselves and be very, very careful as you walk across campus and as you head home this afternoon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.